The French have tried to keep that secret for over 100 years,
It was only
Steve.
the upper crust people.
Nearly 200 years. That is a top secret. Somehow Euston Station upper crust got hold of a document left behind in an old sea chest, possibly Napoleon's. Could have been Josephine's. Unfortunately, jotted it down. He's kicking himself now. Oh, Secretary, I cannot believe I left a note. If he talked like that.
He did.
He did that, yeah, he talked English, but in a very funny French accent.
Do you remember, there was one thing that, talking about funny French accents.
It's the Ricky Gervais Show, with Steve Merchant.
Thanks.
You were going to tell us a little story about
Just
a Volvo
passed my
estate.
test.
Yeah.
My parents had a big Volvo estate, and it's quite a big car to drive.
My parents didn't have a car.
But I know you don't drive cars, Rick, but it's got a big car to drive if you just passed your test.
It's safe though, isn't it?
It is very safe, that was the thing.
Yeah.
And I come from the West Country, obviously, there's quite a lot of windy lanes.
No, you're joking, do you?
They have cars there.
Oh, here he comes. Blimey, Carl.
Learned on a tractor, automatic it was.
Do you want me to tell it or not?
Oh! Don't do about the accent! Oh no, I'm not worried. Oh, go on. Go on.
So I went to this party.
You never got him being from the north.
Not when he's telling an anecdote.
He's never told an anecdote.
Oh, yeah, fair point.
Yeah, come on. I remember once, right, an American came to our school. We were all about 13 and 14, and he was like, you had to be his friend. And it was like people vying for his attention because he was sort of like this cool American bloke, right? And, he was like good at sports, straight. He's always, it's just great. And, I remember someone saying like tube of toothpaste, and he laughed, said tube. I go, well, what is it? They said tube. It's tube, right? And people go, no, it's tube. Right? And they go, it's tube, right? And I went, I say tube. He went, and they sort of looked at me, and they just thought, you liar. That's what, no, I say, let me think. No, I say tube. Oh.
When you're a kid, like, any American you ever meet is the coolest thing. It doesn't matter if it's a huge, fat bloke wearing Bermuda shorts and a camera on his neck. It's cool, because they speak with an American accent.
Well, that is cool.
And they say...
Being a huge fat bloke in Bermuda shorts is cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what you keep telling yourself.
Yeah.
I'm growing into that look, says Rick. 40. Again, most of my knowledge of the sort of Tsarist Russia comes from
Rasputin by Boney M.
Well, listen.
Yeah, he was the lover of the Russian queen.
They put some poison into his wine.
Yeah. They shot him till he was dead.
Yeah.
Which is, go on.
Right, well, this.
Oh, those Russians.
Loch Ness, the monster,
Yep.
Sure.
probably doesn't exist.
Okay.
What it is...
Interesting. Hold on, interesting. Oh, interesting. What they thought Loch Ness probably didn't exist.
Curious viewpoint.
Hold on. What proof have they got for that, Carl? How can they go around saying stupid things like that?
It's methane.
Right.
Again, in Loch Ness.
And people have seen, what's the lake? It's in.
Loch Ness.
Yeah.
It being the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
That's where it lives. That's how it finds its way home.
That's certainly the clue.
Yeah,
If you get again, Carl, that's the clue.
Yeah, if you go, and if it's wondering, it goes, excuse me, would you know where I'm being the Loch Ness Monster? Where would I be going? Oh, you'd be going to the Loch Ness if that's your home. It's way over there, you big monster, you.
So the bubbles from the methane bubble up out of the water.
Yeah.
People think, oh, God, it's a monster's head. But it's not, it's just water sort of shooting up because of the bubbles.
Well, that's two of the great mysteries of the universe solved by Karl P on a Saturday afternoon.
That is fantastic. Yeah. So, that makes me think a lot of things. So, when mediums are sort of like going, oh, I've got something coming through. Do you think they are exhaling a lot of methane gas? And thus making them not think straight? Do you think everything's down to methane gas? Do you think that all the mysteries of the universe are down to methane gas, Carl? What did it say in the documentary you saw?
About what?
What was the budgie happy? We know that budgie was sad. Was it in a room? Because they used to take canaries down the mines, didn't they? They used to take canaries down the mines, they'd smell the methane, and then the budgie would be happy.
I'm not going to teach you anymore.
Play a record. Oh, should we introduce this, shouldn't I?
Go on, then.
Oh, it's Beatles, Long and Winding Road.
Smooth. Are we getting paid for this?
Our Freaks Electric, Richard X and the Sugar Babes on XFM 104.9. Well, nearly through. We've had a few laughs again, a few tears.
Absolutely, as always.
Excuse me, and don't be alarmed. I look quite frightening, but I'm merely a nice monster. I seem to have lost my way home. Could you direct me in the right direction?
Nice to meet you. Yeah, Karl Pilkington.
Hi.
What's your name?
Why do you need to know my name?
Well, it might help me to find out where you come from.
Oh, my name's the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay, all right. Give me a second. What was your name again?
Loch Ness Monster.
See, this is what I mean.
I just run this one past you just on the off chance.
Yeah.
Because maybe that you change your opinion slightly.
Yeah.
Feng Shui teaches you to use your environment wisely.
Sure.
If your land and the surrounding area is undulating, it's said to house auspicious dragons. When land is flat and featureless, the dragon is missing and the land is said to be less auspicious.
Excuse me, they call me the Brixton Dragon.
Sure.
I seem to have lost my way. I know it's South London somewhere, but could you help me find my home?
What's your name?
Well, they call me the Brixton Dragon.
Right, where are you from?
I see what you mean. I see what you mean, aye.
Oh, okay, man. So does that make you query it at all, the dragon?
I'm not into it that much.
Right,
I'm
sure.
just saying that if you have your head at one end of the bed rather than the other, it might make a difference to your night's sleep.
Listen, we were talking earlier about the fact that Bruce Lee, and it's a well-known fact, he faked his own death so he could continue his undercover police work, as opposed to being
because no one would, he doesn't look different to anyone else.
I was talking to someone as well recently who utterly convinced, and you get this quite a lot, don't you, especially Americans, that Elvis Presley's still alive.
Yeah.
And I think, wasn't there some statistic, like more people believed Elvis was alive than believed evolution? Was that right?
Yes.
Something like that?
No. No, it's something worse than that. It could be something.
It was something like that. It's something like, I don't know, it's something like 42% of Americans believe that Elvis Presley has faked his own death and is still alive, right? Yeah. And there's this whole book that's been written about it, because, Carl, you might be interested in this. I know you're always fascinated by things that have been written down and therefore a gospel.
Yeah. And that you don't have to revise yourself. You just learn off Ian Wright. Yeah.
But apparently, the reason that Elvis is still alive, is that there's a number of sort of pieces of evidence. One is that none of his family could agree which colour pyjamas he was wearing when he died. That's evidence, apparently. Apparently, he was an honorary member of the FBI. Well, apparently his signature appears on FBI documents well into the 80s, long after he should have died. Apparently no one can agree. There was sums of money
a lot of fat people in dungarees have seen him.
Yeah. There's a number of sums of money which apparently only he could have given authority to have transferred to other bank accounts. They've moved. Yeah. So this is all evidence that Elvis is still alive. And a lot of people, I was talking to this guy and he was saying, well, of course, the thing is, the pressures of fame were too much for him. That he faked his own death so that he no longer had to be this huge icon. He could live an ordinary life. And my query has always been this. If Elvis faked his own death, do you think the method he'd have chosen is to have shat himself to death whilst on the toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah, but because he picked that, nobody will doubt it.
Right. So Elvis went to the FBI.
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Well, exactly. So what we're saying, Carl, is that there was lots of methods open to him. You know what I mean? It's all like, he didn't go to his secret police and go, "Oh, I'm fed up. I want to fake my own death." You know what I mean? And they go,
yeah. And what methods have you got?
I like to be found, shit myself down the toilet.
You like to do what?
I want to be a big fat mother on the toilet, just shitting myself to death.
Right,
on my ankles.
Elvis is a good idea. I'm just wondering if there's maybe something a little bit more glamorous. If you're in favour of death, I mean, you could take a bullet for the president.
What? Shit all over him? Just shit?
No, no crap at all.
That'd be what
No, you just take a bullet for him, or you could.
There has to be shit involved.
Why has it got to be?
There has to be shit involved.
Why has it got to be crap?
I want it this way. Make it happen. Yeah, it's probably Carl, head in hand, look. Yeah. He's worried about the things we say.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We haven't offended 1.2 billion people.
Yeah. A fifth of the planet.
So, Carl, what do you make of it then? Are you convinced Elvis is still alive?
Am I getting him mixed up with someone else?
Because all Elvis, all Elvises look alike.
Because
that is true. A lot of Elvises do look alike. That's safe.
On his gravestone, didn't they get his name wrong, or is that his brother?
Who's his brother?
Aaron.
No, that's his middle name.
Yeah.
You're not an Elvis kind of expert, are you?
Hold on, wasn't Elvis one of a twin that died?
That died, and I'm sure they got his name wrong on a grave or something. Oh, I don't know.
But that's consequently that's proof he's still alive.
No, I've had the thing with the still alive thing. Like I say, he picked that awkward death because nobody would be saying, hang on a minute, going round upsetting the family, wanting to talk about it because they'd be embarrassed to be saying, he was found sort of in a pile of mess. Weighing
25 stone.
Yeah. So...
Because you notice he also expanded to a huge size as well, so he was just a huge fat blob of a man. He also did that to add, extra...
To the glamour.
I don't quite understand all these people who fake the deaths, because
Well, a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't, Carl. This is what, in a roundabout way, we're saying. We're saying that a lot of people that say people fake that they didn't, like Bruce Lee and James Dean and Elvis Presley, we're saying they didn't fake their deaths.
He did die, didn't he? His head come off, didn't it?
Thank God.
Who's this?
James Dean?
His head came off. Oh no, I know where I'm trapped in a toilet with no toilet paper. That's where I am. And I'm thinking maybe I peel off some of the wallpaper, things like that, but there's nothing I can do. I've got to go upstairs. Well, exactly, but I'm going to have to go upstairs and find
toilet paper. Was there any?
There wasn't.
There wasn't? Oh.
I'm going to have to go upstairs and maybe find a notepad or something like that. Oh. And so I try the door, right? The door's wedged, and I'm pulling on the door, and I can't get the door open. It's just like it won't come open. And it's already, and I knew it was going to come to this at some point. Like, this is like, the clock's ticking. I'm trying to pull the door open, trousers around my ankles again. And I'm thinking, well, what I could do is I could open the window, I suppose, and like try and climb out, but not really, because I got the trousers around the ankles. And that's
or if it was raining, just stick your ass out, two birds with one stone.
Sadly, it was a beautiful day, Rich.
I call it the World B-Day.
And so what I'm thinking is, well, I got my mobile phone in there, luckily, because it's in my pocket. I'm thinking, well, maybe I can phone, I was seriously
Kleenex.
Maybe I'll phone the fire brigade.
At this point, I mean, it just dried.
No, it hadn't. It was.
Hold on. Was that little puppy not around? Because sometimes you can call that. It's got a little bit wrapped round it.
Listen.
Or just use the puppy itself.
There's 50 million people around the world going to need to hear my voice in 30 minutes.
Exactly. Where's Steve? He's not locked in the toilet again, is he?
Exactly.
Oh, no. I watched Call My Bluff in the week.
Is this with Toxic and
Colin? It was quite good. I quite enjoyed it.
I imagine you could get on there if you want.
I used to watch it with, what's his name? Famer. Famer. Yeah. Oh, that was great.
You were brilliant impressions, because obviously while Bowie was playing, you were doing your infamous Bowie impression, which is the best one you do, actually.
Well, that's just because Carl said, you know what? He said, I'd love to go out for a drink with David Bowie. Of all the people that come in here for sessions, I think he's really good at him. And I said, I think he'd like you as well. That's all. And I just went, hello, Carl. You're strange. You're alien. It interests me. Myself and Ian, I'd like to put you on there. Yeah, I just imagine you and Bowie in a pub somewhere.
Isn't that pretty much the same impression you do when you do Ian Canfield?
No. Ian Canfield's more like that. But not on air. On air, he's sort of like this sort of eloquent 40-year-old capital DJ.
Yeah. But when you talk to him in the studio,
he's slowly turning. He's slowly turning into Tommy Vance, isn't he? Mm. It's one of his pillars of rock. Canfield. He loves Vance, Lemmy, Diano.
If we run out of material later in the show, which is likely. Yeah. Considering we're now talking about
we ran out of it at 1:05.
Exactly. But could I maybe just sort of interview you as David Bowie? Yeah. In a sort of humorous sketch?
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Maybe it could be the idea that what if like David Bowie was, a cab driver? What would he say? What was some of the funny things he would say?
We saw that, what was that in when it said, Dead Ringers coming up? If you've ever wondered what, it would sound like...
Dead Ringers is this impressionist show. They did it's on Radio 4 and they did a TV version.
Yeah, I saw it.
What did you make of it?
Didn't like it.
It was all right. No, it was just that the write-up in the
Radio Times,
the Radio Times said, ever wondered what it would be like if Robbie Williams was singing George Formby? Or what would it be like if there was an animal hospital...
was hosted by Anne Robinson.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have wondered. Were those two sketches on there last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were they like?
You are the
weakest dog
skink.
Or something?
No, what was it? It was something like... They had to vote off an animal to die or something. It was something like that, yeah. It was.
This is flagging. Quick, do your Bowie again.
Oh, come in here. Look, it's Tin Machine. Now let's play Changes. Hello, Iggy Pop, you nutter. Stop cutting your sound. Which one? For some reason, they want one of us to do an impression of Leslie Phillips.
Can't do it.
Doesn't
he say ding dong?
And hello and all that.
That's not bad.
But I want Carl to do it though.
Yeah, go on, Carl.
Go on.
Hello.
Well done. Say ding dong.
Ding dong.
Nice.
Yeah. Do we do any other impressions?
No.
Go. Hello. Do that.
Hello.
Yeah.
You look like a ventriloquist dummy.
Hello.
Brilliant.
Oh, Carl.
Do My Name is Bond, James Bond, as though it were Sean Connery.
My name's Bond, James Bond. Do that, go on.
My name's Bond.
No, do it as though you were doing an impression.
Sean.
So I'm trying to be Scottish?
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, sort of.
Perhaps a bit more specific than that. Sean Connery.
My name's Bond.
Keep going.
My name's Bond, James Bond.
It's like Jimmy Stewart. It's not like this. This is the best fun. It's like having your very own Fisher-Price toy for 2 hours a week. It's great. Do Roger Moore. Do that.
Roger Moore.
Phyllis Pierce, Percy Sugden. I'm licensed to kill.
Anyway, she just said.
No, this is a great game.
No, that's nothing.
We'll come back to this another time.
Yeah, anything you want Carl to do.
There was a kid I remember at our school, Mark Johnson, when we were like 10 or something, and we were talking about Guinness Book of Records, and Mark Johnson went, "Yeah, I'm in the Guinness Book of Records." I thought, I'm intrigued. You're a 10-year-old. I said, go on. He went, no, I don't. Does this qualify? Does this qualify? He claimed that he was in America once, and he went to see a baseball game, and supposedly that game was the world record for the number of people in an audience for a baseball game. It was like some massive stadium, and this was the most people ever.
I'll tell you what it doesn't count.
And he claims he was there.
I don't reckon it was listed.
Well,
I don't reckon Mark Johnson got his name on that list.
Exactly.
Ross McWhirter would be going, but that's the whole book.
But I think I remember him looking it up and going, there it is, I was there.
Yeah. Does
that count? I mean,
no, I don't.
So this shadow is moving about and
independently of an object.
Yeah, and the local mayor and that is like, yeah, it's a bit weird, but it's not harming anyone.
The mayor involved.
Was he elected to that post?
Hey, Mayor, we got a problem down here. Seems like a shadow. Well, it's not causing any. No, it's just
causing any problems.
Yeah. We've also got Educating Ricky, where Carl educates me. The one last week, a girl, right? She was deaf, and she was had an argument with her mum, and she pushed her and she hit her head, and then she can hear again.
Yeah.
Don't know what I learned from that.
No.
It might be subliminal. Someone might be going. It might be a metaphor that I will learn from.
Yeah, it's like a parable.
Yeah. So look at his face. We might as well be talking Dutch, mightn't we, Carl?
What's this?
Bit of aqualung.
Aqualung.
Rockbusters next.
And the middle one was that Scottish fella's made an error. That was Mystique. Mystique. So,
did anyone get that?
Extraordinarily, almost all the people who emailed it.
I'm beginning to think it's us then, because I was thinking mistake, I was thinking muck error and muck mistake, but mistake.
Yeah. So, do you want to pick a winner?
Yeah, I was going to give the prizes to Amy Massey, who's from Wiltshire, the West Country. Losers down there, probably as weird as you.
Yeah. Carl is our sort of, I say producer, but he's the one that pressed the buttons because I was
Dog's Body.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just because I was too big to run the desk.
Yeah.
I used to have to do.
Literally too big. You couldn't get behind it.
Yeah, and then we discovered that, he looked a bit like a boring sort of, alright, yeah, but then when we sort of, poked him with a stick, he came up with, he doesn't realise, but some of the I think, some of the funniest
extraordinary things I've ever
heard. Say hello, Carl.
Alright.
Yeah. Should we play a record and do Wash Up with you?
Yeah, we'll play a bit of Aqualung then.
Aqualung! Alright, that's Aqualung. Good time's gonna come, innit? Right, Carl. I imagine him in dictionary corner.
I've come up with cat. If that helps at all.
Yeah. Memblent.
Yeah, what does that mean, Carl?
Just anything you want it to mean. What I've got, there's a dog that's got a cough in Singapore because it smokes 20 a day.
Right, what was it? It was, why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something to write on?
Yeah.
Because
snappy.
I couldn't think of a heading for it. It's basically,
Go on.
people who have tattoos, I've never understood it, right? That they have something put on their arm.
Right, sorry. Have we started the educate? Is this part of it? Are you educating me? This is something that will be useful in my life that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Go on then.
No, it's just that they've got a machine out, right, that does tattoos.
Tattoos.
Well, because obviously Ricky doesn't travel on the tube anymore. He's too rich for that.
I never did. I always thought it was beneath me.
Sure, but
I used to walk everywhere, didn't you?
But I'm still forced to take the tube, and sat on the tube, and it pulled up, and outside the window, just happened to be on the station, was one of the posters with us. So I was kind of there, not realising it was behind me, and these big kind of fat German or maybe Bavarian guys.
Well, they're in lederhosen eating sausages.
Yes, they were.
They're Bavarian.
Yeah, they were. And I noticed one of them kind of looked at me, and then looked at the poster, then looked looked at me, just happened to say it, and wittered something to his friend in German. I don't want to try and do an impression.
That's freaking goggle-eye.
Oh, whoa.
I think that... No, but I know what you're thinking it means. It doesn't mean that.
Right, okay.
It means...
What's a rough translation?
Elegant boy.
Right, okay, yeah. And so anyway,
That's freaking goggle-eye.
He pointed out the poster and his
That's
mate...
lanky piss and streak.
and his mate burst into laughter. And then we pulled
Well, they've got a great sense of humour, the Germans.
Well,
That's the
indeed.
thing.
But we rumbled onto the next. We rumbled onto the next station, and the poster was in exactly the same place. And this time, they tapped the shoulder of someone else on the train and pointed me out. And that person also laughed.
An Italian? An Italian bloke, yeah. There was a French. Was there a bloke with a beret and a little moustache on the other side?
Yeah.
Was the United? Did you get on the United Nations Express? Just oh, imagine that.
Yeah, it was fake.
See the freak. Look at his freaky goggle eye.
Right, whereas I love the fact that before you were at least pretending to be speaking German. Now this is an Italian with an accent. It's just a guy speaking perfectly good English. So you've not even disguised the insult there.
Oh dear. Oh, that'd be lovely.
Try and insult me in other cod languages.
You could bring Europe together if they just instead of Esperanto, that there was just one common language. The language of freaky goggle eye.
I'll tell you what would bring the Europe together is you maybe representing England on the Eurovision Song Contest.
That would be great.
With a self-penned tune.
Should I do that?
That would be magnificent. It's got to be worth thinking about.
Just about everyone being the same.
Yeah,
like
just about people being equal.
Everyone, not
and also mentioning the euro.
yeah. Just doing that. I like all different cheeses.
Oh, je t'aime la musique pop.
Yeah.
La baby belle. Et le cheddar. I'm not a fluent French.
Le grand fromage.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it? And they'll all be there, all in their different.
Well, every
uniforms.
line could be maybe in a different language.
Yeah, and what would I wear? I'd wear sort of like a kilt.
You'd wear a kilt, but you'd also have on your head one of those kind of big, what are they called? Those big furry hats that beef eaters or whatever wear. Or
yeah, one of them.
Is it kind of a busby or something? A busby?
Yeah.
Wear one of those, or maybe a kind of policeman's helmet,
That'd be
Bobby's
good.
helmet with the kilt.
Yeah,
you'd have the clogs.
I'd wear the policeman's helmet under the kilt, so they just thought I was really enjoying the show.
Yeah. Good idea.
Hey?
Excellent. I think we talked for about 3 minutes without having to mention some kind of genitalia.
You were doing very well, actually,
we should
boys,
celebrate by playing one of my tunes of the year.
Really? What one is it?
U2 Electrical Storm.
I know you're a big fan. I know you're a
good
big fan.
choice. Well done.
Cheers.
Anyway, I didn't get around to getting drinks.
Can't believe it.
Can't
believe it.
Round to getting the drink.
Right, so I said, right, I'll pay for the cab. Right.
Oh, what a lovely Christmas gift that is.
Yeah,
So,
£2.50.
I paid, no, it was like
in
£3
Manchester
there,
it is.
£3 back.
So £6 you spent on him?
Well, no, I spent more. See, that's what he said. He said,
get the Bolton and back, can't you, for that?
He said, oh, you spent on me £6 for my birthday. He said, no, I haven't, because I gave the taxi driver a tip.
I'm a little bit worried about his attitude as well. Because even if, I mean, that is a stingy present, but you don't say...
Well, let's be honest, that's the worst Christmas gift ever, because, you're pretty bad, like we discussed in the past, but at least you spend a bit of money.
Yeah.
It's just thoughtless.
Yeah.
This is nothing.
I know.
You haven't given him any time. I would...
And I knew my demographic. They loved it, my family.
the
they couldn't
scratch
believe their luck.
Well, a tenner.
You spent a tenner on him?
Well, the cab fare was £6.
But the thing is, I don't think he's saying that. I think it's the fact that this is like, frittering away and
it's kind of thoughtless,
he would have loved to, I'm sure he would have been appreciative of a lovely £10 gift that you cared about and bought. A book he probably likes Fly Fishing, doesn't he, by J.R. Hartley. If you'd have bought that, he'd have gone, that's what I was looking for. Or what I was looking for, Carl. Bloody hell, Carl, you little bald twat. That's just what I wanted. So, alright, so just calm down.
So what have you got planned for Christmas? Is this what, are you doing the same place with
Carl,
Suzanne?
excellent. You've paid me milk bill for this week. That were nice.
I'm spent this year.
So have you planned anything for Suzanne, or are you just...
Yeah, I'm taking her out Christmas Day for something to eat. So, do we need them?
Do we need them? And you should explain, do we need them, for those that don't like the show?
Well, it's sort of education about animals and stuff, and if we need them. So, like, David Attenborough once said, you can get rid of people off the earth and it would carry on, there's no problems, but, get rid of a monkey and you could have problems on your hands. So
Is that a direct quote from Attenborough's current autobiography?
I think so, yeah.
So what I've done today, right?
He always starts everything with, right, so then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
and he always ends things, you got yourself all sorts of problems.
Yeah. So that's that. That's done. That's coming up. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. I think I can just sum up the station, can't I, Steve, with that just last comment?
You're probably right.
I just came in, I just went to the toilet there, and it's a disabled toilet that's close to it. So, you know, you go there, I had a wee, I thought, oh, the thing doesn't work, didn't flush. I came back and said, oh, the toilet doesn't work, doesn't flush. And, Carl went, no, you just stick your hand down and pull that wire up at the... Think of that.
Put your hand in the water.
I mean, just when
water.
David Bowie interviewed Zoe, there's toilet's not flush. He goes, all right, baby, just stick your hand down, pop the shit down the U-bend, and just wipe your hands on your pants. Thanks very much. I mean, sums up this station, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Next week, we've had loads of suggestions, Carl, for your best bits. It's basically all your best bits. Me and Steve are largely irrelevant in the voting.
Yeah.
So, you can compile your best bits next week, and they'll be loving it. We had a request for the little Chinese fellow in his pants, a horse in the house, cutting your hair on the railway station.
If you haven't heard those stories, what does that mean? The little Chinaman in your pants, you've got to be tuning in next week to find out what that is.
The only thing is, the old horse in the house was in the last best of.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't stop... What's his name? If you're one of those people that want to see these clips again, tune in.
Oh,
it'll be
over Christmas.
It'll be alright on the night, 84.
Yeah.
Someone kill me. I think I'm going to live forever.
It's like we said before, who goes to the recording of one of those? There's people in the audience.
Yeah. I don't even know why she even gave you that interview. When you start off with, trying to find out if I need you, but what did you tell her to get her to talk to you?
Just said I'm doing some research on stuff.
Did she think you were a schoolboy or something?
No, she just said, oh, all right. She said, how long will it go on? I said, not long, just like 5 minutes, have a quick chat. And she loved it, didn't she? She sounded happy to take part in that.
So the fact
I love the fact that you've got an expert and you suggest that she's going to be having sex with Noah. He's a good fellow, so you're happy. She goes, yeah.
I took Suzanne out for a walk, right?
Yeah.
Went round Covent Garden.
Right.
Past the place where it was on.
The stage door was open, you snuck in.
Well, I said Madness are alright. And because when you think about it, Madness songs are quite sort of musical anyway, aren't they? So you can't...
They're quite musical.
Do you know what I mean? They sort
He
of...
means they're like a musical,
like a musical.
Knees Up Mother Brown.
I thought it was alright, enjoyed it.
Blur the musical would be good, wouldn't it?
Blur the musical would be excellent.
Yeah, little Cockney
So
Sparrow.
you bought tickets there and then and just went in? No. They're not selling, are they?
It was fairly quiet because we only paid the lower price and we got upgraded for free.
Nice.
So
you enjoyed it, did you?
I'd loved it.
And would anyone like to come on stage with us?
Yeah.
The little bald fella. Yeah, go on, I'll give it a go.
And what home are you from?
Where are you? What are you doing tomorrow? Well, I'm going. No, you're coming here tomorrow. Come here tomorrow.
Is he not doing well? That's a disappointment.
I don't know. I mean, it was New Year's Day, so maybe that's why it was quiet.
Carl, what have you got lined up for us as the producer?
Right. Well, Rockbusters.
Been off this week again.
Has he?
Yeah.
Another week off?
Another week off, yeah.
No, I didn't have a full week off. I had 3 days off because I was working all over Christmas.
Yeah.
And still didn't stop working, preparing stuff. You've got a nice load of prizes there that I've sorted out. I had to come in especially to sort that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rockbusters.
Did you rifle through the drawers at Capital Gold instead of down
Yeah. Rockbusters, we're still doing that.
Yeah, you're bigging it up.
Yeah.
He's bigging it up. Yeah, still doing that.
We've got that. We talked a lot about hairy kids.
We have discussed that a lot.
I love the fact that Simon Sharma has never started a programme like that. The Jacobites. We've talked a lot about hairy kids. Go on.
It's a little bit, I mean, it's not your traditional science stuff, but it's still interesting and it's a little bit, it's still...
Yeah, we talk about hairy kids. We have disproportionately, honestly. I think this show's talked about hairy kids more than any other radio show. He said talking about Time Out. I said something about in Time Out, and he went, yeah, do you read that? I went, yeah, I read it, get it every week, yeah. He went, there's no point though, is there? He said, because it's like a telephone directory. If you want to look something up, you look it up, but you'd never sort of browse the telephone directory. And I went, that's an interesting point. He went, although I did. When I was in Scotland, I just looked up how many Macs there were, and there was 42 pages of them. How bored are you in your hotel room in Scotland to suddenly start working out how many people start with Mac? What would you do if you got loads of phone calls, right, from women going, Carl, whenever you're on the radio, I just have to do it. I just have to do it. Your voice makes me...
I say, all right, well, it's all right. I'd be happy with that.
Would you?
Yeah. Just in case anyone is doing that.
What would you do to sort of like egg them on a little bit to help them out? What do you think?
What sexy things would you say?
What do you think is your quality? What do you think people would find, you know, pretty horny about you? Is it your sort of mank wine? Do you think that? Just say this, London shit, innit?
I think say that, but you know, London, it's not that good, is it? Like
I think you've done it there.
So
that's
say something quite sort of sexy though. Say something like, you know,
well,
I love to love you.
Say something sexy.
Say that.
No, say something sexy.
Susan says to me, you know, do you love me? I go, yeah, you're all right. Where I went wrong with this one, the Jamaican fella, he had to have some aspirin. Why? It's my fault. You know, I'm not cutting. There's no point passing the buck or anything. I said FD. A lot of people were saying Fred Durst, like forehead hurts, which is a good one.
Yeah, which would have been as good as any of yours.
But I made an error, so we'll roll it over.
No. What is the answer? What is the answer? Jamaican fella, what? Add some aspirin. Why do that? What's the thing?
FP. It was Frida Payne.
Frida Payne.
Frida Payne.
Frida Payne.
Frida Payne. That's awful. You've got to write these down next week.
This is right.
Sorry,
you're the producer.
I know, but I've had a busy week, haven't I?
That's not an excuse.
Have you not?
The point of a rollover is you've got to add to it. That's the excitement.
Yeah, there's a couple of albums that.
Okay, well, there's also the Fools and Horses video with the free.
I don't think I'm bloody jealous of that. I like that little yellow thing.
It's a little. There's a little kind of model three-wheeled van.
Rodney, you plonker.
Oh, dear.
What's that?
This is what looks to be some kind of best of the stereo MCs.
Don't call me a plonker, you wanker.
The David Attenborough DVD collection.
Unc shit himself again.
Oh, yeah, the big prize that we tried to give away. Best chill out. Who is that supposed to be an impression of? Which member of the cast is that? Is that Cheeky Dell?
I don't know.
Best chill out album ever, the best air guitar volume 2.
Brilliant.
And of course, for all our fans, Doctor Who, The Aztecs. That's on DVD, and that's one of the William Hartnell Doctor Who. Alright. That's the worst impression I've ever heard. That's brilliant.
Right, Blockbusters then.
Right, three cryptic stuff. Oh, come on.
Right.
Rodney,
Three. I can't do it.
No, come on!
So
Shall I give you a little taster? But we were having a pizza in a pizza establishment. When was it? Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah.
And he was going, I'm a good organiser, I'm a good problem solver. Give me any scenario, right? Obviously he didn't say scenario. And I went, okay then, so you're the manager of this place, and there's a couple there, elderly couple, they're about 60. They've had a lovely meal. He went, yeah, right. I went, but the gentleman, he's got a little bit of a heart condition. He takes a pill after his meal, as he should, after meals. He's only taken Viagra. Oh. And now he's stuck in.
Wedged in.
It's gone, and it's stopping him getting out from the table.
Yeah.
I said, what would you do? He went, what? He's stuck in because of his dick. I went, yeah. He went, right. He said, I'd use the situation, I'd make cash. I said, you're not going anywhere, do you want a pudding?
Entrepreneurial. Yeah. I like it, Carl.
And he went, so that's that sorted, I've got the job on that. Next, I went, okay. Another, you won't believe it. Next day, there's a little problem in the toilets. Two gay men were having sex and they got stuck in each other. Yeah. He went, right. I'd say, is it the same fella as yesterday with the Viagra? If so, why was he let in again? He was on the door.
Yeah.
I went, it's not, it's too different. He goes, right.
Does his wife know he's cheating on him?
Yeah. He went, right, I'd go down, I'd go, and then he went, I'd say this isn't a restaurant problem, call an ambulance. Strictly speaking, not a restaurant problem, no.
But am I right?
Huh?
Am I right?
Well, I don't know.
Would you give me the job if say, like, you were the boss of that restaurant and you...
Do you know what I like about this? At no point did he say, Gervais, why are you being so mental?
Yeah.
Why would someone get stuck because they took Viagra by mistake and two people get stuck in each other?
But you've heard the stories from his past. That is a perfectly legitimate situation to find yourself in. You grew up in his part of
What would you
Manchester.
do if there was two fellas with big heads and webbed feet and they had a horse in a... Well, what I'd do is... What would you do? What did you do when you first saw them?
The dancing.
Brilliant.
Right.
That's that solved.
Brilliant.
I wanted to be a dancer. After I did the boxing, right, I joined a dancing thing just near Man United's ground, right, called Twiggy's. Went along, I wanted to learn some moves.
How old were you?
Well, it was when Michael Jackson was, like, pretty big, so about 83, 84, 85, something like that, around there. Wanted to do it. When I went, it was shut, and it had become like a warehouse for toilet rolls. So in a way, I wonder what would have happened.
Sorry, how is that an anecdote about you going through dancing? You've told me before, you did boxing for a while, you did dancing for a while. You had a true fight in the boxing, you didn't even get in the... That's not an... Imagine if that was a film! This is a boy's dream of becoming a dancer. Oh, it's shut. Next on. I mean, how is that a story?
Yeah, if that was Billy Elliot, do you think it would have won quite as many awards?
Yeah, brilliant. Footloose. Alright?
Yeah.
I'm fed up, they banned it. Let's go. Oh, it's shut. Flash dance. First, there was... it's a warehouse. Never mind.
I'm just saying, you'll find something else. I think I got a go-kart after that. I bought a motorised go-kart and kept myself busy with that. So... There's always other things.
Just think, Alan Bennett has to sit down and really sweat over his stories.
Yeah.
He just opens his mouth.
You are a living Alan Bennett character.
So that's
solved. Well, Jay, don't worry about that. There's no emotional problems I can foresee if you follow that advice.
So the advice there is do an arranged marriage.
If she's not ugly.
minging, she's not completely minging.
Yeah.
And don't worry about dancing. Get a go-kart. Cheers.
Great. Keep your problems coming in.
Badly drawn boy. Born again on XFM 104.9. There we are then. Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Raring to go. He's a bit grumpy, Karl. Woken up at 8 o'clock.
Because he's from the north.
Yeah, because he's in London.
Yeah.
And London's rubbish, right, isn't it? Where can you can't even get a Band-Aid in London, can you? Or grouting. In Manchester, I could walk to the next shop and definitely get some Flash or maybe some Vim. You can't get it down here. You got to go to a trendy bistro, haven't you? Karl, why are you grumpy?
I told you before, I'm just a little bit tired today.
Because he had to get up, but the builders next door woke him up.
No.
He's always going about his hours. Those builders probably got up at 6.
Yeah, but I can understand builders who get up early because they're building outside and they've got to get the job done before it gets dark. But he's working in someone's lounge. If it gets dark, put the light on. It's not a problem. So why is he starting work at like 7 o'clock in the morning?
Well, because the builders get paid by the day. And if you get a builder there and go, I'll just do 11 till 3, he's not going to go, I'll tell you what, love, just give me 40 quid. I didn't do a whole day. It's a day's work, isn't it? So you want to get the most out of them, don't you?
Plus, he probably wants to finish early so he can have a good night out.
Yeah, it's a Saturday night, you know what I mean? He wants to...
Yeah, he wants to get at least 15 pints in.
And he was cheery, I bet he was whistling and, dancing around and tapping, so I don't know how you can be annoyed at that. And
so the Iceman, why does that amaze you? What's like, ooh...
Well, they found some part of our preserved past. It's interesting. Again, I'm amazed by anthropology and evolution.
Yeah, it's just that line on its own like that. They found an Iceman is great, but then it went on, and it's going on about they've had to get different people involved to find out how old it was. Because first of all, the story started off right. An old fellow on holiday somewhere. Where did they find it? In Sweden or something? And he was walking in the hills. And
he was walking?
In the hills.
In heels? Was he a transvestite?
In the mountains.
Oh, right.
In the hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's walking about and he sees this body in the snow and he thinks, oh. So he calls the police up and they come and have a look and he goes, oh yeah, it's probably a murder. So then they dig it up and find out he's got hold of a spear in his hand.
Right, and he's dressed like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah. Right.
And they realise it's probably not a recent murder.
Right.
His knuckles are dragging on the floor. He's a Neanderthal man. They think, hang on, Karl Pilkington.
But when they found out, hang on, it's an old thing.
It's an old thing!
Can it? If it was a murder recent, then you'd go, hang on, how did this happen? Who does he belong to?
Yeah.
But the chances are whoever murdered him is also dead.
5,000 years ago, probably. Yeah.
So leave it. Just bury it.
I don't think it's a murder investigation.
No, but they are.
It's not Quincy going, this was before my time.
It's not a murder investigation.
Yeah, just one thing bothers me, sir. Just one final thing. My wife loves you, but this guy.
That's how they were
Why
treated.
would he have a spear
Yeah.
and a leopard skin? I just can't. I can't get over this.
What are you talking about? Ash, and sometimes on XFM 104.9, I'm with Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
Right.
We've got so much to get through. All right. London's shit, innit? Sorry, I shouldn't swear on air, my studio.
Never swear on an on-air studio.
Yeah. Apologies. Not really swearing, is it? I'll tell you what swearing is. Yeah, Graduate. You're going to play that again and give a winner. Give a winner.
Well, let's hear it. So it's Karl Pilkington featuring in The Graduate.
Yeah.
No, there's this lad who called Mark, right, who I used to go to school with, who used to call me that. And his mum, right, was like obsessed with cleaning. And I was never allowed in their flat.
He makes the place look untidy.
So she used to, I don't know if it was just me or all his mates, but I used to turn up and she goes, yeah, he is in, but you know what you've got to do? And I used to have to go round the side of his flat, and he had a computer, right, which he used to play. I didn't have one at that point, but he had one. And I used to have to go round the side of the flat and stand at his bedroom window with his window open, and I'd be sort of leaning in playing the game.
You are joking.
I'm not, his mum-
You had the weirdest upbringing I've ever heard. The things you were willing to do. It's the strangest. What is this town like?
No, I stopped going once
Was
I
there
got my
always
own.
music? Right? There's the horse in the house there. Oh, look at these two kids with big heads and webbed feet. All right, Ronnie. All right, Reggie. What was it like?
She was obsessed.
It is like you've grown up in a cartoon made for children.
Yeah.
No, his mum was really obsessed with cleaning. When
Can I play through his window?
I used to...
Mrs. Ramsbottom, can I play through Mark's window? Alright, you know what you have to do.
She used to be up till about
Is
3
that
in the morning.
Pilkington again?
What do
Have
you
you washed your hands?
What up till 3 in the morning?
She
Washing?
used to be up doing the tiles in the kitchen.
Washing until 3 in the morning?
It's at 3 in the morning. And for ages and ages, that saying that out on the tiles, I used to think that came from, like, his mum. Because she was out, like, cleaning them late. So, till I was about 13, I thought that saying, out late, on the tiles,
Yeah.
was...
And now you're not confused by anything. XFM 104.9, what do you want to know? Funny thing happened to me on the way here.
Okay.
Actually, it was about Wednesday or Thursday. I was walking along Charing Cross Road. I was on my way here, actually, to meet Karl for a drink. And this little fella came up to me. I think it was an overseas student. He's sort of like a student type, but he had an accent. And he came up to me and went, excuse me, are you one from the office? And I went, yeah. He went, would you sign a script book of the office for me? I went, yeah, by all means, yeah. He went, can you come to the bookshop? And I went, what, you haven't got it on you? He went, no, but if you come, I will buy one for you to sign. And I went, I can't really. He went, were you going to pass one? I went, I'm not, no, I can't. He went, oh, I was just in Waterstones earlier. I didn't go. I went, oh, sorry. He went, you could just, I went, I can't. He went, okay. I went, I'll sign something else. Have you got something else I can sign? He went, of course. And I signed a pamphlet or a brochure or something for him. But I love the idea. Imagine me going with him. I'm queuing up, and I'm in the queue. He's going, you're going, yeah, fine. Can you just hurry up? And he gets there, and his switch doesn't work. And he goes, can you lend me £10?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine that.
I'm a little bit annoyed you didn't go with him, frankly, because that would have been a sale of our book, and I get a little cut from that.
Well, behind him was Salman Rushdie going, can we hurry up? Because I shouldn't be out.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of funny looks.
Now, a lot of them obviously doing good work. There was one fella, I think you'd have appreciated it, because I know you are very politically active. And I think this guy has really studied hard, and he's realised the best way to make his voice heard on the international political stage is to ride around on a tricycle wearing a jester's hat. He was really shaking up the bloody government.
I wouldn't want to be George W. Bush about now.
Not indeed.
Once he sees that.
Once he sees that guy.
Imagine his aides rushing in and going, George W., look at this guy. Where's that? That's in London, England. Okay, call off the forces.
Is that a large tricycle?
Yeah.
Is he wearing a nappy?
Get me Colin Powell. Why'd you call him Colin, not Colin? It's the way he likes it. Don't about. Just call off the troops. There's a in a jester's hat. Call the troops off.
Just bleep some of those bits. I remember when I was growing up in Manchester.
No, you can't. And tell you it's funny to me. I tell you, XFM 2.9. I said no. I saw a weird thing. I saw where in Leicester Square I was coming through. I saw a hairy Chinese kid.
No, I don't.
It was weird because they're not usually hairy, are they? Did I tell you about me Auntie Flora?
Is that supposed to be Manchester?
Did I by Eck as like? Did I tell thee about me Auntie Flora who shat herself for 3 hours once? Did I tell you? I don't. There was a woman born
Carl,
once.
you have to phone us. We've got nothing.
Oh God, he's so annoying. Little twat. Flaming Lips on XFM 104.9. Well, we got through it without Carl.
I think so, yeah, I've enjoyed myself.
Didn't mention him much, did we?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think we need him.
I always quite enjoy it when he's absent, actually.
I know, because we can have a nice chat as opposed to him just going, remember when I had Chinese hair and there were old woman eating her own legs
It's
and my
just
dad put a Forrest Gump in a wheelie bin.
Yeah. Claire brings a certain kind of level of class to it, dare I say that? You know, she's inept in her own way.
In her own way, yeah. I mean, there's no one. Oh no, there's no one any good working.
No,
I mean,
no. I don't want to give you that.
There's no like proper. The only proper DJ is probably Camfield. Do you remember once when we were talking about the A-Team and I was slagging it off on your show in the old XFM?
Yeah.
And I was going, I mean, I quite like the A-Team, but sometimes it's too far-fetched to enjoy without it being ironic or it being for kids. And I could hear fuming from outside. I could feel him going. He didn't know who to call. He wanted to call Vance or someone or Lemmy. He didn't know. Right? And then I said, and if you can't find the A-Team, they outwit the might of the FBI every single week. But an old woman who's having trouble with her landlord can find them. Yeah. And the door burst open, and Campy went, "That is because Hannibal sometimes disguises himself as an elderly Chinaman." And that was his explanation for the whole series. Yeah. Oh, that was for Camfield.
That's lovely. That's for his 12th birthday, which is coming up very
13.
soon.
Oh, he's 13. Yeah.
Teenager, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna rock, Steve.
Indeed.
Oh, you'll have the Scottish widow coming round. Oh dear.
That's what's her name, by the way? I heard you talking about that. That's
Amanda Lamb.
Amanda Lamb, who's in the Place in the Sun programme.
Is she actually a widow? Is she a Scottish widow?
Hoots, man, my husband's dead. Do you want any money and a bit of my clam?
Brilliant.
All right.
That's the sort of quality you've missed out on today. Well, anyway, you're going to be back next week. We need you back next week.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know? Also, how did you know you were going to be ill today? Because you phoned and arranged this yesterday.
Convenient.
And I spoke to you yesterday and you didn't sound very ill.
I felt ropey yesterday.
You've got a bit of a bunged up nose.
Even though
I have a bit of a bunged up
Even though I was ill, I still sorted it out. Yeah?
I'm a little bit sweaty.
Carl, sorting it out does not mean you phone up Sturgis and send her down.
That's not sorting it out. That's making things worse. Have you learnt nothing?
Thanks, Claire.
If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
Mate.
Yeah. My leg's a little bit achy.
Oh, wearing wet jeans.
Oh, I put wet jeans on again. My lasagna it was frozen. Think of that. A well-known phrase from the show, and it's hairy Chinese kid.
Yeah.
Where would you
There
hear
is no
that
other radio show in the
life?
world.
This is... Go on.
If you've just tuned in, I mean, what are you thinking?
Think if you've just tuned in? You're going, well-known phrase from Shaw, hairy Chinese kid. Oh, yeah, classic. They'll be playing that in charades this Christmas.
You bang out of order, first of all.
Okay.
Do you have a good night when you're with us?
I tell you what, I wish I'd lost a tenner every time I've come down. That would have improved it.
You point out there about the football analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Ferguson, when did he score a goal?
Right.
He doesn't. He tells the others how to do it. Right? That's
He
my
doesn't
role.
take
in
up
that.
one of the 11, though, does he?
No, exactly.
It's not like you can only field 10.
Yeah.
Because we only got 10 again. I want to be in the 11.
Exactly. He's not running around in midfield, falling over.
Yeah, shouting, oh, what have I told you?
Yeah.
No, well, you know, my mum and dad have sort of moved from Manchester. They've retired now in Wales.
Oh, yeah.
And it is...
Look at his face, turning his nose up.
No, but it is pretty depressing. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them places that... it's like you go back in time and that when you go there. I mean, maybe the major cities there, maybe Cardiff is all right.
What, even coming from Manchester, it's like going back in time?
It's like one of them places that it feels like every day is Sunday. Do you know what I mean? It's just depressing and grey and slate
Lots of
everywhere.
vicars walking around going, I'm late.
Well, yeah, it is the sort of attitude they have, right? This is true because my mum and dad live there and that, right? And they love it. It's all right. It's an healthy place to go when you get older and that. But this is why they don't move on in Wales.
Well, I'd just like to make another
No.
sorry to any Welsh people listening. We're not saying you don't move on. Karl is.
No, but...
Sorry about the little Chinese shoes again
The thing
as well.
is, it's good that in a way that they do that and they don't want to be like, you know, rushing about everywhere because the way London isn't that great either, is it? Because it's totally opposite here, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not having a go. It is a bit dull. I think even people who live there will agree with me, right? But like one of the shops that my mum and dad use, right? It's only a little sort of villagey type shop. Can't be bothered staying open for hours and hours, right? Because there's not enough people who use the shop.
Yeah.
So what you do is they get used to what you buy and
They leave it out.
They put it in a phone box outside.
They put it in a phone box?
Yeah.
So it doesn't get wet.
So my dad's loving that.
Well,
Once he
yeah.
found that out, it was like, brilliant.
But how is that a bad thing? That's brilliant.
Well, it's not for other people. It is for my dad, because he's picking up all sorts of stuff.
Oh,
Chickens.
no, he's not.
Oh, yeah.
He's not nicking other people's shopping.
Well, it's not like nicking, is it? Because it's not theirs yet.
Oh, and you've stitched him up on radio.
Well, of course, because they're going to think, who is there in town with a Manc accent who hangs around a lot?
Who keeps making phone calls and is getting fatter.
Yeah.
That's
You've stitched him
I
right
love
up
that.
there,
I
Karl.
love that your dad was excited when he found out.
I can't believe that he's moved there. He's retired to this little village where it's based on trust and community, and he is abusing it. He's using his scally Manc ways.
Bloody hell, Lakers. There's no bread again.
There's old women
Was
going
empty?
hungry.
Yeah.
Their cats aren't getting fed. And your father is just, I can't, that's obscene. That's obscene.
Oh, I think it's Die Thief. That fella from Manchester. Come on, Monkey News.
We'll play a song and we'll...
No, do
let's
Monkey
play a
News.
song, let's play a song.
Oh, it's a great track.
Cheer up, Karl.
Is it new? Is this
Waiting
new?
for an Alibi with Thin Lizzy.
Oh, what year
Doesn't
was
have to
it
be new. It's brilliant.
What year was it out?
Oh, Einstein wasn't new when he came up with the greatest theory ever. Oh, hold on. Hey, hold on. You're not new. You're not new.
So anyway, I found these things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's it? Explain this again.
Right, so I got back off holiday. The first job I found out I've got to do is work with Ricky for a voiceover.
I do a regular thing. I do X-Ray magazine, but I'm allowed to make the script up. And they said I could, so I did.
Right, so imagine this.
Well, I know you, Rick, and I know you like to put a lot of work into these things.
Yeah.
You want to do a good job.
So he rolls up, he says, let's do it then. He said, what's in the magazine? I said, well, here's a selection of stuff. This is what you've got to sell. He said, leave it with me. He goes into the little booth, and the first one he comes up with is this little advert for it, right?
X-Ray magazine. It's out now. It's £3.50 May edition. Music of Tomorrow. Dandy Warhol's picture, and there's a free CD with all the Placebo and the Donners and Smog and Nightmares on Wax and Alpine All Stars. Only £3.50. It's out now. Buy it, innit?
Have you got a sore throat there?
Well, that's all right, isn't it? And he was going, you can't. I said, we are doing that. I've done one. That is it. That's it. So I persuaded him. He went, right, okay, we can possibly put that on XFM, right? I'll have to see, right? And so I wouldn't do it again. And he went, but you need one for Capital. He said,
Right.
Capital will know what I went, right, I'll do one more for Capital. Right.
Because all the stations advertise the XFM magazine, right? So this is the one that he thought would be all right for them.
Ooh, hello. Hello, you loonies in Radioland. Dr. Frog here to tell you about the new edition of X-Ray magazine. It's out now and it's only £3.50. You've not heard of it? It's a great music magazine. And you get a free CD featuring bands like Placebo, They Wear Makeup But Leave 'Em Alone, Gold Chain, Smog, OK Go, The Donners, and all great bands that you'll love to... Froggy here, hello. Bye. Ribbit, ribbit, Froggy says bye it.
Oh, well. So then, he says, that's it. You had your money's
Is
worth.
Dr. Frog still on there? He's still on Classic.
I said, that isn't going to go out. They're not going to be happy with that. He said, you've had your money's worth. I'm going.
Yeah.
So I'm left with that. I then have to get the bosses in. And because I've let him go, in a way, it's my responsibility.
Yeah.
So I've obviously thought I've got what I need. I had to play them to the MD.
What did he say?
And justify... Well, I was sort of thinking if I laugh, he might go, well, I don't get it, but he finds it funny.
Oh, brilliant. Well done.
So I was laughing, he was sort of thinking, you know...
Excellent.
Is that it?
Brilliant. When do they go out then?
I think one of them's going out at the moment.
Excellent.
I think the first one's going out.
Brilliant. Well, let's play a great track then.
Is it Dr. Frog? I'd like to see Dr. Frog feature maybe on our show more often.
Okay.
104.9 XFM, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington's pressing the buttons.
Right.
We're playing some great moments from the last 3 weeks.
And some great records, Steve, from the last 2 weeks.
That's true enough.
Yeah.
We're not actually here today. What are you up to today, Rick?
It's 8 hours earlier, so this is about 2 o'clock probably. Mm-hmm. So it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm still in bed, mate. I'm asleep in my hotel room.
Now, where are you?
We're in LA.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
City of Angels, Rick.
Yeah.
City of Angels.
Yeah, and so that's what we're doing. We're doing stuff like that. That's why we're not here. We're not here next week either. So next week is the best of this week.
All right, so here's the first bit.
The reason you became king of the universe, of course, is because of your fascinating French bread anecdote.
Oh yeah, yeah. Come on
the
then. How did baguettes come about? If this is going to be someone cooked a loaf a bit wrong and said I can still make a sandwich out of it, I'm going to hit you.
No.
Go on then.
Right, Napoleon, when he was at war and that with Russia.
1812, yeah.
Yeah, all his soldiers were like, you know, not used to the cold weather and that. So they said, take some clothes in your bag with you because it's going to be nippy out there. So they put all the clothes in the bag.
Sure.
They were told it's Napoleon, for Christ's sake.
No room for any food.
You're joking.
So
couldn't they make some sort of like sandwich?
No, it wouldn't fit because of all the clothes. You had to take extra gear.
Sure.
So anyway, he said,
I can see where this is going.
Is there a baguette-shaped gap left in their holdall?
They thought, let's make some bread that you can fit down your trouser leg.
What?
That's not true! No, it's not!
I read it in Euston train station. I was waiting to go back to Manchester.
Where did you read these?
Scrawled on the wall in graffiti?
Yeah.
Do you know
was it also meet me here for cock fun at 12 o'clock?
The Upper Cross Sandwich Shop, Euston Station. It's on the wall.
What do you mean it's on the wall?
Do you know it says like sail on at Dixon's, whatever?
Yeah.
Next to that there was like a bit of information. Once you've read the stuff on Dixon's,
I get information.
There was a big thing about history of the baguette. I read it and I thought,
we got to make a sandwich we can split down our trouser leg.
But how can you march and fight with a huge piece of bread down your train?
Although it would be intimidating. You see them coming, you go, sacre bleu, look at the size of them. They're big fellas. Well,
blimey. I can't help but feel that could be a practical joke at your expense.
yeah.
do that.
Well, the Earl of
Do you ever
Sandwich...
question anything you read? If it's printed up, is that,
Yeah.
like, fact for you then?
Well, it's not funny. I mean, if they were trying to be funny, it's like, it's not, is it? So it's information.
Have you heard us? Things sometimes want to be funny when they're not.
That's exactly what happened with the sandwich. The Earl of Sandwich wanted something he could fit down his pants. And it was those triangle cut sandwiches wrapped in cling film were perfect. You might be right. You might be right.
I am.
Because the Cornish pasty, so they could drop it down the mines, isn't it?
Is it?
They wrapped it up they wrapped up like meat and vegetables in pastry, and they sort of crimped it, and it was like and they dropped it down the mine, so, yeah, that's how that came about.
And bagels were originally made so that people could play hoopla, but then eat afterwards. I don't know if you're aware of that. That is true, Carl.
Well, anyway.
Call my bluff. Is that true?
Yeah.
They're all true.
They're all true.
Yeah.
Tell your kids that when you have them.
Yeah.
You know, if they're still alive in a million years.
Well, it might be true. Can someone confirm that baguette fact that it was so Napoleon could stick it down his trousers? Not him, his soldiers.
His men.
Yeah.
Fascinating information. Fascinating bread information, Carl.
Radiohead.
Yeah, now this is my song for the lovers. It's a beautiful track. It's Let Down off OK Computer. It's one of my favourite Radiohead tracks. It's lovely. Right, set the tape going now if you want to tape these songs.
And just remembered recently, actually, I was on a train coming back from hometown Bristol, and I was on the train, and this girl walks on, good-looking girl. I thought, hey, a largely empty carriage. I'm thinking, my luck's in, because I take every opportunity, Carl. That's the thing about me, I don't choose. She was a good-looking girl. She sat down. I thought she sat down right near me. I thought, brilliant. As this guy comes up behind her, and I think it's probably a boyfriend or something. Sits down next to her. And I listened in on the conversation, obviously, because I'm pretending to read. It was very clever. I read the same page for hours, so I was pretending to listen. I was listening, but pretending to read. And I realised that it's not her boyfriend or anything. It's just some guy she's met on the platform. And I'm thinking, brilliant. If she's the kind of girl who's just going to start talking to someone, on a platform, on a train, brilliant, I'm going to be in here. Because he was only going one stop. So I'm thinking, what's the worst that can happen? He'll nick off, I'll get chatting to her, and who knows, I could join the... is there a train equivalent?
Foot High Club.
The Foot High Club, brilliant. And so I'm excited, I'm listening in. And it turns out that they're both kind of graduates who've just finished university, or they're coming to their finals or something. And they're chatting away, and he's making a couple of witticisms, and she's kind of tittering at his jokes. I'm thinking, well, I'll tell you this, if she's laughing at this kind of material, I am going to blow her away, with my kind of anecdotes and wry observations, It was weak stuff, I got to be honest.
Really?
He was coming out with nothing. He was running on empty, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And she was loving it. So I'm thinking, brilliant, I'm going to be right in here. And then they get moving on to higher brow things, and I think she was going to study kind of Marxism or something like that, or communism, something. And she was asking him, as by way of conversation, she was asking him what he knew about Marxism, And he was fumbling for his vague knowledge of it that he had in his life. And I'm just sat there thinking, come on, love, in any given capitalist environment, the proletariat will revolt against their oppression by the bourgeoisie, and after a brief period of socialist rule, emerges a classist society governed by community cooperation.
Well, if that sort of talk wouldn't get a woman hot, I don't know what you'd use.
If Marx and Engels is not going to get a woman sweaty down below, then nothing is. Then my name is
You're
not
just
Steve
biding your time.
Exactly. I'm just going to go in for the kill any minute.
Yeah.
So anyway, it comes to his stop. Right, he gets up. I'm thinking this is a piece of cake, and he gets off, and off he goes. He walks off, and I'm thinking brilliant. And I thought, I'll wait. I'll wait till the train's pulled away. I'm not going to leap in straight away. No. And he comes back along the carriage, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute. He goes, listen, do you mind if I give you my email address? Oh. Right, and if you want to get in touch, email me. I'm thinking, come on, you loser, get off now. Save your face, please, before it's too embarrassing. And she accepts the email address because she obviously doesn't want to hurt his feelings, whatever. I'm thinking, fair enough. She's a good woman. I'm liking her. I'm loving her. I'm thinking, that's my kind of girl. So anyway, he gets off. I'm sat there, the train pulls away. I'm thinking, I'll wait a few minutes, I'll just, give it some time. Her phone rings. It's her friend on the phone. And she starts saying it, and I was listening in, and she was going, just met a guy on the train. I'm thinking, that's true enough. She goes, he was a good-looking guy. I thought, you're having a laugh, love. To be honest. Because I was looking at him, and she said to her friend, he looks a bit like tennis player Boris Becker. I thought, you should be so lucky, frankly, because I saw him. He had awful facial hair, if that's what makes him look like Boris Becker. Terrible little goatee beard. It was laughable. I thought, I don't know. And then she goes the thing, and she's like, I met him, we got chatting and stuff, and she was going, it's not often that you meet someone, generally in life, who's, kind of thoughtful and intelligent and funny. I thought to myself, I'm not even going to waste my time with you, love. Frankly, if that's what you thought of him.
You just walked away.
And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even bother talking to her.
No, you were just
I didn't even waste my time with her.
If she thinks that bloke is not only great looking, but funny and intelligent, and she got on well, and he was polite, and it was a chance meeting, and he thought, and she thought that you were like a freaky looking dork who didn't even have the nerve to speak.
That is what she thinks, then I don't want to know her.
I couldn't. You walked away, and good luck to you.
And I have my dignity intact.
Yes, and she's nothing. I love the fact that in pole position, in positions 1 and 2 of his favourite films of all time, it's The Elephant Man and Kes.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Go on.
All right. Am I leaving the mics open a bit when this is going out?
Yeah, let's have a listen.
Yeah? All right. So don't talk then, right?
Just put that hot dog down, Rick.
And this is the bit in Kes where it's the teacher and he gets up and he has to
Glover.
talk.
What's his name? Is it Brian Glover?
No, it's the other teacher.
The other one.
Anyway.
Right. Go on.
All right. So, here we go.
Things that had actually happened. I've got another one. What about you, Casper? Casper!
All right.
All right?
All right.
You haven't been listening to a word I've said, have you?
Yeah, I heard some of it. Yeah, you.
Some of it? Stand up. Always somebody, isn't there? Right, now you're going to tell us a story about yourself.
What sort of story?
I want you to think of an incident that happened to you sometime in the past that is true and that you think will interest the rest of the class. All right?
Right. What about I work on a radio show at the weekend.
Well, are you going to tell us about it?
I'll just do. It's 2 hours, and it's with Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant, and just sort of play music and tell stories and stuff.
What kind of stories?
Well, whatever. Like last week, it was science. We were talking about this lad who was growing a knob on his arm. So it's weird. It's tricky, sir, because like with Ricky, he gets bored quick and he won't listen to the stories, and he'll start squeezing my head.
All right. I'm not interested in what he does.
But that isn't normal, is it, sir? That. I mean, it sure is a bit gay.
Is he?
Just messes about, though. Do you know what I mean? I try and like come up with good stuff, like monkey news and like quizzes and stuff. But then he'll just, Ricky will just mess about. I mean, on Saturday he did it again. He squoze me head.
How do you spell that?
Squoze. S-Q.
Oh, you're going to show it on the wall. This is a new word to me.
Squoze is S-Q-U-O-Z-E.
Nice, now tell us what it is.
It's when he gets me head and he puts one hand on the back of it, right? And he puts the other hand on the front of it and he just sort of swivels it.
Swivel, right down the back.
Oh, swivel's not it's spelled S-W-I-V-R.
How many times a day?
How many times a day does he swells it? It depends what time he gets in. If he gets in about 12:30, he could get a good 3 in. But I think, I don't really want to talk about.
You've done enough, don't you? Well done, Billy. Big hand of applause.
That is the effort.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the best thing you've ever done, Carl. This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying the Best Of.
I've never been a religious type. If people want to do it, I let them do it and what have you.
Good of you.
But out of all of them, I want one that's not going to take over your life. I don't want one where you've got to get up 3 times a day and you've got to go and pray and that, you've got to get up early. Forget that. It's getting in the way. But if it's something like... I was walking to work the other day, right, across Oxford Street. There's a little Hare Krishna fella there. And he sort of had a leaflet and stuff. And he said, are you interested? And I said, what do you do? And he said, well, we're against getting stressed out and what have you. And he gave me a plum. They hand out food for some reason. But I sort of asked a few questions.
That's just the imagery. These 2 bold people, one of which is wearing an orange smock,
holding a plum in the middle.
He hands the other one a plum. It's almost like you can imagine some kind of religious painting.
Exactly. Yeah.
But what is their sort of main thing? Because he didn't really tell me that much. He was a Japanese bloke, so I didn't know what he was saying that much.
Why? He wasn't speaking English?
Not very well. He wasn't the best sales bloke to send out for them, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what's that? Are they? You're saying they're nothing like?
Well, I believe Hare Krishna is a kind of as an offshoot of a sort of Buddhist faith.
It is. I think they are Buddhist, aren't they?
Yeah, and obviously their kind of trademark, as it were, is that they have to say. I believe they have to say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna in a certain rhythm, in a certain order, a certain amount of times per day. That's why you see them walking down the street saying Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, because it's actually a sort of religious chant which they're obliged to do. So you see, even if you go into the Hare Krishna faith, you may find yourself, in Tesco or whatever, forced to say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Perhaps
out loud, not just thinking it.
Yeah, no, out loud.
You can put it on an iPod and
you can put that on an iPod. No, it doesn't count. No, I think you have to actually say it. So I guess that kind of eats into your social life a little bit.
And there's the wearing orange as well.
Particularly frustrating, I imagine, if you're in a cinema or a library. A little bit awkward there, midway through.
Or
Star
you
Wars,
live next door to a bloke called Hare Krishna,
yeah,
who constantly thinks you're calling him.
Yeah,
that probably.
Yeah. So that's in essence. I mean, I don't think we've quite done the Hare Krishna faith its full service there, but so interesting to you. I mean, you got handed a plum. You've been treated well by them.
Yeah, well, but he couldn't tell. I just wanted to know how much time it would take up. What are the benefits? You know, what can you do? What can
I think the benefits are they probably don't get stressed out. They've probably got that sort of that zen, that chi-ness about them, where they try and interact and
quite meditative.
Yeah. Yeah. They've got some nice trainers as well, don't they, with their orange.
What are you looking for then in a faith, Karl? You say what are the benefits? I mean, obviously Catholicism, you get the communion wine and bread, so...
Yeah, but I can afford that.
Right.
Probably, just I like the Crusaders. I was forced into joining that as a kid, because a mate sort of joined it, and he sort of said, "Are you joining?" I sort of swore at him. I said, "I'm not doing that." Right? Yeah. He said, "Right, if you don't come with me, I'll tell your mum that you just swore." So I was like, "Oh." So I went. So I went along, and I used to just go on the Friday when they played, you know, Sabutio and stuff. And then I went on one Sunday, and it was totally different. There was no Sabutio. There was no sort of, you know,
table tennis.
The thing where you hold a thing and knock things over.
Skittles.
There was all that on a Friday. Went on the Sunday, it was rubbish. He said, "Right, sit down in this room." They gave me a Bible. Thought, this looks too heavy, this is too big, I'm not interested in this book. And I never went again. I used to hide on a Sunday when they came round. And that's been the only sort of...
why did it suddenly turn out to have to hide on a Sunday when they're coming round?
Because they wouldn't leave. Who
was it? Were they adults?
It was well, he seemed like an adult to me at the time, but he was probably about 27.
Well, that is an adult.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? He seemed a lot older when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And he came knocking and that, and he used to say to me, "Mum, I'll just tell him I'm ill or something." And he used to hang around to see if I'd eventually come out to play and that. And if I did, I think they would have grabbed me and took me there.
I love the idea that for you, religion has to bring with it some kind of gift. It's like, you know, join our faith and you get an alarm clock radio. It's like something like
I think religion does bring a gift. Usually, it's
the gift of the Lord.
Well, the gift of everlasting life, isn't it? And that's the problem with it, you know. A lot of people believe in it because they think...
But for Karl, his feeling is like, that should be a given. That's safe. I'm definitely going home with eternal life. But what else can I have? Is there an iPod?
Why do you have to have a religion? Because obviously I don't have a religion. I don't miss it, and I wouldn't want one. I'm an atheist, and that's out of belief. That's out of logic. And we don't get into the politics or the morality of it. Why do you feel you need a religion? Why don't you just get a hobby?
Well, I didn't want one. I don't want one. I just was saying that, you know, if I was to get one, which one would I go for? Is what I'm saying.
I'd like to see you perhaps as a Jew. I think Judaism would suit you well, I think.
What are the hours like for that?
Tough. Can be tricky.
That's what I mean. I don't want anything that's, you know... And they have a day where they don't eat and stuff. I couldn't be doing that.
So then they have days when they eat too much?
Yeah, but what happens if I'm not that hungry that day? Like I say, I don't like change. No. I mean, I like my Cheerios in the morning. I
don't... Avalanche's Frontier Psychiatrist.
Absolutely.
Well, we've had lots of emails. People, obviously, we inflamed and provoked about the Cornish pasty. I've got a couple of amendments to that. The crusty bit, you know, is actually as a handle, because obviously the miners had dirty hands, and they'd eat all the stuff in the pasty, and they'd be left with this sort of crust, and they could throw that away. Also, someone told us that at one end was an apple, so you have a little sweet as well.
Little dessert.
So, there you go.
You noticed how, like, over the years we've been doing this, you know, way back when we started XFM, no one ever contributes when we ask about the music, when we ask about hip-hop, or their, you know, opinions on that, anything important. But start talking about pasties, we've had about 5 phone calls.
Yeah. And someone phoned up to confirm. They used to work for Upper Crust, and basically Karl got all excited. So it is true. Well, I don't know if it's true. I've read the same sign you did, Karl.
Interestingly, there's an email here that says, which basically offers a history of the baguette, and talks about after the revolution, the government decreed that all of France must eat the same bread. and it was up to the bakers to bake this bread of equality. And then Napoleon kind of made sure it was a particular. He kind of set in.
Obviously, on the bread, you can eat anything you find in the garden: frogs, snails, bits of horse,
But
squid.
the interesting thing is, Rick, that there's no mention of sticking it down your trousers whilst going to war.
The French have tried to keep that secret for over 100 years,
It was only
Steve.
the upper crust people.
Nearly 200 years, that is a top secret. Somehow Euston Station upper crust got hold of a document, left behind in an old sea chest, possibly Napoleon's, could have been Josephine's. Unfortunately, jotted it down. He's kicking himself now. Oh, Secretary, I cannot believe I left a note. If he talked like that.
He did.
He did that. Yeah, he talked English, but in a very funny French accent.
Do you remember, there was one thing that, talking about funny French accents, you remember Allo Allo?
Yeah.
Remember, it was on about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but they still meant, because it was a funny Frenchman, it was that English guy who was posing as a French police officer.
It's very complicated
He would
plot.
often walk by, and I remember there was one where he said, I was pissing by the door when I heard a shit.
Oh yeah.
Now that's
passing by the door.
I'm allowed to say
Passing
that.
by the door when I heard a shot.
That's what he's saying. I'm allowed to say that at 2 o'clock because I'm just saying I'm talking in a French accent.
Yeah.
I was pissing by the door when I heard a shit.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because I'm speaking French, Carl.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the rule.
I'll tell you something I do know.
Go on.
Right. But I can't really get a question out of it.
Go on. Just tell us.
There's a shadow somewhere.
It's already good, isn't it?
I'm loving it already.
No, right. There's a shadow. I think it was in America.
Yeah.
And it's on a quiet road. I'm guessing somewhere like Boston. That's what I imagine.
Okay.
Right?
No.
Somewhere like Boston. And people at night used to see this shadow moving about. And they'd go, what's that? Right? And it got known, the town, the little local town got known for this shadow, but it didn't cause any problems.
What are you talking about?
Well, it was like,
You've lost me.
What are you talking about?
do you know, like some places get famous, like Scotland's got the Loch Ness monster and that, but it doesn't cause any.
Yeah.
But it doesn't cause any problems.
It doesn't exist. Go on.
Right. So there's this shadow walking about on the road. And,
What do you mean? No, what's he again? Rubbish.
Right. So it's walking
Nonsense.
about.
Where did you read this? Where did you
It's
see
walking
this?
about. This was on the internet, and I'm sure.
Sorry. Sorry.
Right.
I thought it was shite. I didn't know it was on the internet.
Right. So this shadow is moving about, and
Independently of an object.
yeah, and the local mayor and that is like, yeah, it's a bit weird, but it's not harming anyone.
The mayor involved.
Was he elected to that post?
Hey, Mayor, we got a problem down here. Seems like a shadow. Well, it's not causing any. No, it's
Is
just
it causing any problems?
Yeah, go on.
But that's the thing. It was left for years, and then it did start causing problems.
I see, that's it. If you leave these shadows to go unchecked, Rick, they go crazy.
Yeah.
You let them run amok in the city.
Yeah.
You've got to stand
What did
around
it do?
on
What did it
Roman
do?
shadows.
What did the shadow do?
It was pushing people off the bikes.
It was what?
It was pushing people off the bikes.
Oh,
I'll find out more for that next week. Right, that'll tease
oh,
them.
you're a maniac.
We'll do more on that. We haven't had time for educating.
Please never have children.
Right, listen.
You're
Just promise me now you'll never have kids.
Like I said to you, though, the reason I did this was to get that kitchen. Right? Now,
Brilliant.
as we speak now, right, Builder's in the flat. He's been annoying me.
Of course he has. Of course he has. What's he been doing?
When he turned up on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Wanders in, and the first thing he says to me is, said, the pub across the road, is it any good? I said, well, it doesn't matter, does it? You're working on the kitchen.
Think of saying that to a builder. Probably making conversation. Probably meant, do they do a toasted sandwich? Because I've got a half-hour lunch break, not an hour, like Karl Pilkington. So I'll probably go and get a nice, cheese and tomato sandwich.
Is that
packet of crisps.
genuinely what you said to him?
Yeah.
The first thing you
Yeah,
said
so
to him?
Suzanne had a go at me saying, why have you said that? He hasn't even started on it yet.
I cannot believe that.
You're unbelievable, Carl. And you say it's us that are rude, crass,
I wasn't being
thoughtless.
rude. I just was letting him know. Do you know what I mean? I know what
He
they're up
knows
to.
what he was there for. He had it down on his little docket. Do the kitchen this week. He didn't come there and go, what did I come out for? Was it to go to the pub for a week?
Why am I wearing these overalls?
Yeah. Who's the little bald mank twat insulting me? Let me just check. Let me call the head office.
I wasn't having a go, though. I mean, they should have finished it yesterday, and they're there now, right, on their own. And what annoyed me is they turned up late today.
Hold on, Carl. I've just realised something. They're probably listening to the radio. This, I assume, tuned to XFM, isn't it, in your kitchen?
Yeah, but they don't know it's me, do they? Do you know what I mean?
No. They'd go, he's got a whiny mank voice as well. So's the bloke who owns this place. And the bloke who owns this place, when I said, what's that pub like across the road, said, well, you won't be bothering that. He's working on this. No, he won't be able to put two and two together, will he? You've suddenly, the penny's dropped, doesn't it? You've suddenly realised. Look at his face! Yeah. He's suddenly realised they might know it's him.
And they could be listening, and they're going to clean you out, mate.
Oh, if you are the builder working in, where is it? I won't say the address, but it's...
Central London, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go mental. Have whatever you want.
Opposite that pub that you like,
He'll probably be in there now, so he won't be listening.
Oh, insulting a British workman.
He should have been in today.
Mental.
He should have been at 8 this morning, which annoyed me anyway. Why? I really don't understand why they've got to start so early, right?
Yeah.
But he said he'll be there for 8, turned up at 9:30, right? Wanders in, and what annoys me is, he could have left all this downstairs. He had a paper under his arm, one of those crossword books, and a pot noodle. Now, I'm not being funny, but most of them take up quite a bit of time. A crossword book, he's not happy with just the one that's in the paper.
If you're listening, if you are the builder that's listening now, doing Carl's flat, what about pissing in the laundry basket?
Okay, 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant. We're not actually here. It's the best of. Look at his face.
It was really light, right? We've had the parrot, right? These are things that I found the parrot. Right, I've told you about the dog in the car wash.
Right, you didn't tell me about that. You said there's a car wash for a dog. That's all you told me.
Yeah,
the
but
parrot, you said there's a parrot. What? It's a problem at funerals.
Yeah.
That's nothing. That's nothing. Do you understand?
And
they used to eat cats.
What else have we got? There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
Why?
There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
No, I'm interested. Why?
Tap dancing.
Why?
I didn't write that
He's
much
trying
down
to
about
break Roy Castle's record. He's still going.
Go on, what is it? Think.
It's an elephant, and it was really old. It was about 76.
Right.
And it had sore feet, because it's old, and
they don't make stairs
and the
that big, do they?
roads are bad and that.
Yeah, go
on. They said, what are we going to do? And the town was like, we're used to seeing it around, it's part of the thing, we don't want it to have sore feet. Yeah. So they got some slippers made for it. And it had like a picture of the elephant looking happy wearing some slippers.
I love Carl, his world. Think of it. Where did you see this picture?
That was on the internet.
Right.
That's a lesson, though, for any elephants listening. Don't wear stilettos to work every day, because it can do your feet in.
So that it's
don't elephants have really bad memories?
No, they have really good memories.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good then. No, I just thought they'd forget where they put them. I thought there was something about elephants having bad memories and that.
It goes on, where's my slippers?
Yeah.
I'm sure I left them by the test.
So sorry, there's an elephant walking around wearing slippers?
Yeah, that's in India.
What kind of slippers? Those sort of old man ones with the sort of check.
Well, round ones, I imagine.
Yeah.
Big round ones.
There was that going on.
And is it happening? Is it happier? I mean, does it feel more satisfying?
It looked it.
Did it look? How can you tell the elephants, please?
What else is there? There was a woman who's had a breast insured for 150 grand.
Right.
Okay. Any more information there?
What? Third party fire and theft?
Don't know, it had a picture of her with them, out. I just thought, he should get them covered.
Oh. He's done another real joke!
Brilliant, that's a proper joke.
He's done, look at his little face, he smiles.
I'd like to see you on one of the sort of TV panel games. If they could bring back sort of celebrity squares, he'd be amazing as the centre square.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Or on that countdown in Dictionary Corner.
I imagine him in Dictionary Corner.
I've come up with cat. If that helps at all.
Yeah. Memblant.
Yeah, what does that mean, Carl?
Just anything you want it to mean. What I've got, there's a dog that's got a cough in Singapore because it smokes 20 a day. Right, okay, another one.
No, it's the last one, and it's on the save. The last one we've got is last week when I did Do We Need Them? Do you know when I called up one of the museums, in a science museum?
Yeah, you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I wanted to tell you before when the song was on, but you're so busy listening to it.
Yeah. Was I so busy listening to a song I was playing?
Yeah, but we're doing a radio show.
All right, what's your point?
Well, I just wanted to say she emailed in to say I got her name wrong, so I'm just apologising for that.
What did you call her?
I think I called her Jessica.
What was her name?
I don't know, I've got it on email somewhere.
What? This is not an apology!
No, I'm just saying...
You've got it wrong again!
You've not even said her real name! How is that an apology?
Well, I read the email, so,
But who are you apologising to?
I think her name's Jackie, I think.
Oh, you've got it wrong again, haven't you?
Well, anyway, and she just said if you want to see dinosaurs and that, go to the museum.
You were complaining about that as well, weren't you? You went to a museum and there was too many dinosaurs. He said you just need 4.
No, well, Steve, have you been to the one in Knightsbridge?
I think
this
so.
one that I called up, right? It's nice. You go in, you get a good collection of stuff. You walk in, there's 3 or 4 dinosaurs. You've had enough, right? I went into New York, right? I went to the museum there, hundreds of them. You can't move for dinosaurs. Yeah. It's almost like they're responsible for them being extinct. There's loads of them. So all I'm saying is, if you want to see a dinosaur, go to the one near Knightsbridge. They've got a nice selection, some old vases and stuff. It's worth going. So,
Carl, you're a second-time buyer, aren't you?
Yeah. Bought one in Manchester. Lost $7,000 on that one.
Well, don't buy in Manchester.
No, it's a good flat. It's just it wasn't. I didn't buy it to sort of make money. I thought I was going to be living there like all my life, and then a job came up here, and it was like, oh.
You bought your first flat in Manchester. You assumed you would be living there for the rest of your life.
Well, I wasn't in a rush.
Play record. You're an idiot.
Hang on a minute. So have you got a property portfolio? Have you got the 2 houses now?
No, I've got rid of that one.
Oh, you sold that one?
Got this flat.
£7,000 loss.
Got this flat. I'll tell you something that is interesting.
Hold on, though.
What?
£7,000 lost.
Yeah.
It's a flat in Manchester, but it could only cost about £8,000 anyway.
Right, Steve, something they do now, right, they've got to do by law when you're buying, right? I was looking at one in London, right? It's haunted. They've got to tell you now.
Right, don't talk shit.
I'm telling you now.
Play a record.
I'm telling you now.
Yeah. There's no such thing as ghosts. That is ridiculous if that appears on a legal document.
Right, if there's anyone who sells flats and does that for a living,
yeah,
right, email in, because I'm telling you now that is a fact. She sort of dropped it in. I said, oh, nice feel here. And she said, yeah, well, that'll be the ghost. Just dropped it in, that's all they've got to do. And then I was like, what? And they went, oh, yeah.
That's all I've got to do, is it? So that's the legal thing. Did you drop it in? So in court you go, did you drop it in? Yeah, I dropped it in. Play a record, you're an idiot.
Did you have to have that thing done where they say, what side do you wear your member?
What side you dress? They don't say what side you wear your member. That would hardly be a euphemism, would it? So they say, what side you dress, sir? It means what side your little John Thomas leans, doesn't it, on rest, usually to the left, isn't it? Your little left testicles.
If I said to you now, what side do you wear? Do you know?
It would be left. It would be the left. That's what I mean. If standing there, right, with nothing restricting it or holding it in or holding it up, right, it sort of leans. Your one ball is sort of like slightly back and lower, isn't it? And your little John Thomas rests there, so it's left. And the reason they ask it is so they don't put the tape measure up on the left and squash your willy or touch your willy.
So it's nothing to do with like, well, you'll need a bit more room of sort of more material on that side, or.
Well, no, I don't think they compensate. It's just when they when they stick that up into your groin, they don't want to come in contact with your little.
The thing is, I don't know what side I wear stuff on. I just sort of pull my pants up and wherever it wants to go that day.
But maybe it's not big enough to sort of make any, real decision.
But like now, I'm sat here right with my jeans on. I don't know where I am.
Well, that's clear from hearing you talk.
No, but what I mean is, if a fella said to me, "What side are you? What side's your member on?"
Member. What is this the use of the word member suddenly?
I'd go.
Well, it's not. It's usually not appropriate. And also, I imagine in the old days they had big baggy pants that used to sort of like hang down. And now, like with those stretchy boxers and briefs, it's sort of held up in a nice neat little parcel, isn't it? So it's probably not appropriate. It doesn't come in contact with your little snake. So, Did you ever? What have you ever heard that? Are you telling me a tailor has asked you that and you went, "What do you mean, mate?"
No, I've never. I've not really had one made to measure. I had one made when I was a kid, but since then I've sort of bought a suit off the hook. But when you were saying about buying a suit, I know that question sort of crops up, and I don't know what the answer is. It just annoys me the way I don't know. There's no surprises anymore. Do you know what I mean? People know.
What do you mean? He's going to go, right, I'm going to measure you now. Which side shall I measure? Go, well, pot luck, go on, have a look. Right, there you go. Oh, you got it. You check me now.
What do you mean there's no surprises anymore? What are you talking about?
Everything you say is a surprise. Everything you say. Every opinion you have is a surprise to me.
What I mean is, why aren't people just happy just to go, well, depends, doesn't it? I'll just pull the pants up wherever it wants to go. I'm happy.
What do you mean? Why is this such a big issue?
But Carl, when they ask you this question, they're not making a note of it somewhere. It's not statistical research to find out what the kind of common leaning is. It's a question so he doesn't touch it when he's using his tape measure.
Just be careful.
But he is being careful by asking the question.
But what's wrong with him touching it anyway? If he's, I mean, it's only like a slight.
Fair enough.
But if he just sort of, knocks it a little bit, you can just go.
Do that again?
To me, it's the same as the prostate thing. It's just happening all over again. It's
But the doctor doesn't go, oh, what side's your arse on, sir? Trying to avoid the arse. He wants to go, he knows where your arse is and he's aiming for it and he wants to get it up there. He's aiming for it for a good cause. This little fella's going, well, I've got to measure his leg. I don't want to touch the knob. I'll just ask him, sir, do you mind telling me where your cock is so I can avoid it? It's a big difference.
But like I'm saying to you, I'd have to have a look first to let him know. I don't know where it is now. I don't know. It could be the left, could be the right.
Are you telling me you don't know where your knob is
without
now?
looking?
Well, what do you mean without looking? How could...
Well, you're saying it as if like...
Should we have a guess?
Well, have a look and tell us where it is.
And what are you wearing? What sort of pants are you wearing?
I've got my jeans on.
But you got pants on underneath them?
Yeah.
What are they? Briefs or boxer shorts?
Boxer shorts.
Boxer shorts. Well, it's probably free, but the jeans are probably strict knit. I think it's probably either in the middle, dressed in, or just slightly to the left. Have a look. We'll tell the listeners after the break where's Carl's knob. It's a good competition.
Oh, brilliant! We've got to send this to the Sony Awards people.
Well, big question. Where was Carl's knob?
That's what people have been hanging on for.
Yeah. Where was it?
Well, I can't believe people have been texting in.
Hey, what, guessing where it is?
People saying, is it in the middle? Is it in the left? It cost them 10p. It cost them 10p to find out. Just wait, I'm going to give out the answer. You don't win anything, right? Like, strike it lucky. Right?
Bottom or middle? Right.
It was to the left.
Oh! Yeah.
I went with the right. That's annoying.
See, I thought it would be to the left. If not, maybe if it was all scrunched up, sitting on your lap right, it might just pop up to the middle. Just pop out, like,
Well, next week we'll be finding out where yours is.
Where's Ricky's bollocks?
50 Cent in Da Club on XFM 104.9.
We're playing our favourite singles of the year.
Yep.
And we're looking back over some of our favourite clips of the year.
Right, Carl, it's a questionnaire about happiness.
Oh, yeah.
There's one person... Well, that should answer it right where. The first question, Carl, on a happy scale of 1 to 10, where are you on the happy scale?
Is it at this moment or in general?
Well, I would say generally.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't always have to, like... I mean, I think I'm happy in that, but I don't always show it.
You never show it?
No, but it doesn't mean I'm not happy in that. Like, I'm alright at the moment. I'd say I'm probably on about an 8. I was probably at about a 9 when I woke up, right? And then sort of fell out with Suzanne over her haircut.
Yeah.
Right? She went for a haircut and came back with something that I didn't like.
Sorry, what did you say? So when your girlfriend walked to the door, she had her hair done, you said, I don't like it, alright?
She could tell by the look on my face.
But don't you say, no, I'm happy with it, I just can't tell. I'm loving it.
Because then she won't have it done again.
Oh, Carl, I just cannot get over you. I really can't.
No, but you haven't seen it. Right? So then I was fed up, but then I thought...
Sorry, what authority have you got to talk about haircuts?
Yeah, you had officially from a barber in Manchester above a railway station in a shack, it was £2 a cut, told you had the hair of a Chinaman. Well, you wish you had the hair of a Chinaman now, you got no hair. You're a little bald man with your mouth open, so don't... Is she listening to this, Suzanne? Sitting at home with a woolly hat on?
I don't know. But she knows now, doesn't she?
What did you say? What words
did you do about it,
I just said you look like someone out of Slade.
Interestingly, that's what I look for in a girlfriend.
Oh, God.
Which one of Slade?
That one with the funny...
Not Dave Hill.
Yeah.
The one with the crooked fringe and the goofy... She had her teeth done as well, did she? She had 2 front teeth put in.
Dumper.
So anyway,
So prior to that, you're on a 9. Then you saw the haircut, you're on an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
now
then,
what you're on?
I'm probably on about a 6 at the moment.
Why? What's happened?
Well, while Star Sailor was on, bit more head squeezing going on. So, yeah, about a 5 or 6.
So generally speaking, what would you say you are?
About 4.
You're on a 4 for a Alright. What would you give someone who wasn't very happy? What would you give them?
What are you thinking, Carl? Depends why they're not happy.
They're low, okay, so what would you give them?
I mean, yeah, depends, innit? If it's someone who's just lost their arms and legs in an accident, you don't give them a lollipop.
Sure, or some mittens.
Yeah. You give them a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dare I say it, a smile.
A skateboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know.
You got to answer the question.
Alright, so hang on, let's assume that you've upset your girlfriend because you slagged off her haircut.
What are you
right?
do now to go and make her happy?
How are you going to cheer her up? And not buy her a baseball cap.
I don't know yet. I haven't thought about it because I've got this to sort out, haven't I? So when I get home, get her some gel or something.
Oh, God! Oh, Christ. So, would you like to start on your, to Steve, because I've heard all these.
Well, we won't do them all.
Well, we'll start off with the Mr. Freeze. Tell Steve the story of Mr. Freeze. This is the first time he nearly died.
This is the most serious of the lot, really. So, what it was, do you know, like, don't know if your mum and dad did the same thing, but, like, they do the weekly shopping on like, a Friday.
Yeah.
So when you got to Thursday, there wouldn't be much stuff left in the cupboard. It'd just be like, you know, your Jacob's crackers and stuff like that. So when they'd been to the supermarket and they came back, I was like, you know, what's that saying? Like a pig in... You know, I loved it. It was like loads of food coming in, loads of biscuits.
What is that saying?
He nearly said pig in shit.
Right.
Is that the saying?
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, all this food comes in.
Thank God he didn't.
Otherwise he'd have been in trouble.
That's true enough.
Because he's culpable for our actions because he's the producer. So technically, that twat's in charge. Go on.
Right, so anyway, so there's loads of food, and I'm like, oh yeah, look at this, and chocolate biscuits, and, you know, penguins and stuff.
Bacon.
And bacon.
Just in case, you never know.
So anyway, my mum and dad's putting the food away. Me and our kid are like, he's already grabbed something, gone back upstairs.
It's like feral children. it's like a quest for fire. And then they ran upstairs. What did you sit under the bed, gnawing at some sort of pig's trotter?
So I saw, do you remember Mr. Freeze Pops?
I do, yeah. So they're kind of like popsicles, icicles.
Yeah, but really long, like a foot long, right? Yeah. So I thought, I'll have one of them, so I grabbed it.
Went for the nutritious stuff first.
Absolutely.
And like my mum and dad are putting this stuff away and what have you. And I rip it open and knock it back. Right, straight away, just right back like
Swallow
that.
It straight away, yeah.
But it went down the wrong way, right?
So what was down your shirt?
So I was like, oh God, I can't breathe. And my mum and dad didn't even know what I'd ate. Do you know what I mean? I ate it so quick.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of tapping my mum on the back, going, and she's going, oh God, you know, he's choking again, because I was always choking. If it was one thing, I don't know if I've got like a small throat, but I mean, even Ricky knows I can't drink that much, can I?
Yeah.
Do you know,
or eat pebbles.
I'm not a quick drinker. I'd always, I think I'm scared of like swallowing stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like bottle tops and mint imperials and stuff. I was always choking on stuff.
Oh, jeez.
So anyway, she's going, oh God, what's he picked up on it now?
Drop it.
So,
hit his nose with a stick.
So I was going, I'm choking. At this point, my dad had I think he'd put his share away, you know, his food away, and he'd gone.
His share, I love it.
Yeah. He'd gone to watch like Winner Takes All or whatever in a lounge, and I was in the kitchen, and I was starting to I didn't care anymore. Do you know what I mean? I just got to that point where I wasn't struggling anymore.
You just thought, I'm done for.
I just was like falling to the ground. And my mum's going, you know, get in here, I think it's serious. And my dad comes in and sort of starts shouting at me, saying that's what you get for being greedy. He didn't even know what I'd eaten.
Well, it was the moment to teach you a lesson, certainly.
So he's there like that, and my mum's going, oh, look at him. And my lips were going purple, and my eyes were rolling into the back of my head.
You look like Marilyn Manson.
And so anyway, she grabbed me from behind and did that fireman thing.
The Heimlich manoeuvre.
Yeah. And, you know, winded me. And it came up, and I was all right.
What, the whole popsicle came flying back out?
You see, that's what I don't understand, because there was nothing there.
No, just a little bit. No, it swells up, doesn't it? Because it irritated it, so it went down your, just sort of like your epiglottis. It went down the wrong way, like it went into your air canal instead of your throat, and it sort of spasms, and that's the fear. You just got to calm it down and relax.
So in time, I would have been all right.
Yeah,
anyway.
you don't. Well, no,
you might have.
So that's so that's
hang on.
one.
No. But the weird thing is, like for 3 days after that, I felt like a sort of a special person. I went to school.
And what's that? I'm saying nothing.
I did full days.
A special needs person.
Yeah. I went to school the next 3 days after that. I didn't wag it or anything. I did full days.
I love that. 3 days, turn everything.
Yeah, exactly. After 3 days, you thought, screw it.
Yeah, did a quick history exam. Yeah. Right, next one. Weird. That's popsicle. That's popsicle hell, we'll call that.
So we're looking into animals that we get rid of. I've spoken to someone about snails. I've spoken to someone about jellyfish and that. And looking at cockroaches today.
She's an expert. She's just not just some random person.
No, she works in a museum, a good museum. I said I'd give it a plug. It's the one near Knightsbridge. It's got dinosaurs and that in it. It's worth seeing.
Natural History Museum.
Yeah. So,
It's not sure. He's not sure.
This is what happened. Now, what I'll do, I'll tell you as much as I know, and then you can fill me in if I'm right or wrong. And then at the end of it, we'll get to the bottom of whether we need them or not.
Okay.
All right. So, first of all, the first thing that I found out is that they have 18 knees.
That's not exactly possible. They're insects, so they have 6 legs.
Yeah.
And a knee is usually the junction between femur and tibia. That's sort of classic human knee, as and every other animal knee. So with 6 legs, you can only have 6 knees.
Could somebody sort of got mistaken for seeing one that was a bit double jointed?
I think you're grasping at straws or something.
All right. Well, we might have to come back to that one then.
Okay.
They can hold the breath for 40 minutes.
Well, they don't do that because they don't breathe in the same way as us. They breathe through little spiracles, holes down the side of the body. So, no, they're not a very apt simile because the method of breathing is so different.
What do you mean?
Because insects have a totally different system. They don't have lungs in the way that we do and just breathing through one part of the body. They're actually breathing through every segment of the body all of the time.
So even though they've got their mouth shut, they might be able to slide.
Nothing to do with breathing.
So
only
just
feeding.
So you see, maybe that's where someone's gone wrong. Someone's got hold of one and sort of taped its mouth up or something and got bored after 40 minutes and said, well, we'll call it right.
It's a pretty unkind thing to do to an insect, even to a cockroach.
Yeah, but it's all...
You can't do that.
Yeah, but...
No. Pretty unkind thing to do to anything, even a cockroach.
Something else I found out.
Yeah.
They can live for a week without an head.
Well, that's true if they don't bleed to death in the process.
But the weird thing is, when I told you that they had 18 knees, you seemed a bit sort of like, don't talk ridiculous. But then we're talking about an animal that can live without an head. So there's a little bit of truth in that one, yeah?
Yes.
Why, when it was invented, has it got that facility? Say if someone said to humans, we could do that with humans, and, you know, if you lose your head in some accident, it gives you a bit of time to sort of go back to your family and maybe write them a note. You won't be able to have a chat, but write them a note saying, it was my own fault, and it was nice knowing you.
Well, that would be a useful facility, I agree, but cockroaches are great survivors. I mean, they've been around for over 300 million years. They're one of the most primitive insects.
All right. Well, I've also... is it true that they do a lot of resting? Apparently they can sort of rest for 75% of the time.
Rest?
Yeah, they just sit about doing nothing.
It's probably true of a vast proportion of the world's fauna.
I mean, maybe the 25% that they are working, they're really giving it some, so it might make up.
They're probably searching out food and, they can slow down considerably. You can chill insects in the fridge and they'll become very, very quiet. You might think they're dead.
Yeah, but I'm sure, you know, if we were sat in a fridge, you know, we'd go a bit quiet, wouldn't we, you know?
Well, you might not know much about it, of course.
Yeah, but...
You're not quite reading the right sources.
Well, I've been using the internet.
I'm sure there are many useful sources that you could find there, but some of those seem to have been a little misleading to you.
So you don't agree with a lot of what I've told you there?
No.
So cockroaches, can we get rid of them?
No.
So we're keeping them then?
I would say so, yeah.
I think we should get her on more often because she sounds like she'd be a bit of an ally, really. Because she knew immediately that you were talking nonsense. She even said, I think you should be more concerned about your sources, which I've been trying to tell you for a year, right? The fact, I mean, 18 knees, where did you get that from?
It was on the internet.
They can hold their breath for 40 minutes. I mean, I don't know what you read and take on.
Mad world, don't it?